Welcome back to Day Planner. It is tropical update time.
So let's bring in Carl Parker. And Carl, if you look on the left-hand part of your screen there, that's a new hurricane out there in the Pacific.
Yeah, we've got the fifth hurricane of the Eastern Pacific now, and we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. I want to begin, though, with this feature that we've been watching just east of the Leeward and Windward Islands. And I'll tell you, it's having a hard time. It looked pretty impressive late yesterday. We thought that there could be a TD at any time, and today, it's really been discombobulated. There is a mid-level center which is right in here, and then there is a low-level swirl right in here. That's where the wind shift is. As they go back in here, the hurricane hunters have been flying this thing.
Yeah, look at that storm. Look at it.
All through here. This is all southeasterly wind at the surface, so there is no low-level circulation underneath that mid-level center. And again, you've got this little feature right here, and that's where the trough axis is right there. The bottom line is, and the convection, by the way, is between those two areas. The bottom line is that it's disorganized right now. And so
yeah, you can see the center right in the middle. I see what he's talking about right there. See the exposed center right there.
Storms on their way here towards Guadalupe and Dominica.
See that right there? It's exposed.
Heavy rain and some
see that center right there? It's the thunderstorms are not over it.
Probably another few hours away.
See that? He's talking about that.
Night as that comes on through. Now we do think the shear is going to be rather light, at least for the next 18 hours or so, in the northeast part of the Caribbean. And so it's going to have an opportunity to get stronger, but then the question becomes, does it interact with Hispaniola as it continues off towards the north and west? And most of the models do agree.
There's the models. Look at that.
Hispaniola,
going up
right over
near Florida and then curving out to sea.
There's a lot of mountainous terrain here. You're talking about mountains that are 10,000 feet high that can disrupt the circulation, and there's a lot of dry air in those mountains as well. So for a lot of reasons, if it passes right over there, then we'd be talking about a disrupted circulation, probably not much to it, but it's possible that it passes just to the north. Also, we'll notice that if it emerges from Hispaniola and continues up into the Bahamas, the environment will probably be favorable in that case. So this is certainly something that we need to keep our eyes on, looking at towards Florida and the southeast coast. But again, as you mentioned, there's a new hurricane in the Eastern Pacific. It is not going to affect any landmass. Good news there.
And it is good news. Thank you very much, Carl.
Well, the federal budget crisis threatens to slash a vital part of hurricane forecasting.
Oh, no.
The hurricane hunters, they're, of course, the ones that fly into the tropical systems to determine their size and strength.
So how exactly do they do their job? Mike Bettis and Dr. Rick Knabb take a look.
They better not cut their money because they can't do it.
Hurricane hunters are a valuable resource for the Hurricane Center when it comes to tropics time, and Dr. Knabb is with us to talk about the differences between the NOAA planes and the Air Force planes. One's a jet, and then we have the prop planes.
Yeah, NOAA actually has a jet and a prop plane that goes into the hurricane. The Air Force has just the prop planes. Now, this jet that NOAA has, the G4, is a very unique thing because it is the only observational platform we have that flies around the environment of hurricane over the data-sparse oceans to collect data for the computer models to make those track forecasts.
This we kind of say is out of harm's way.
It does. They tried to fly this over a hurricane one time. They're never going to do that again after getting bounced around. So they go around the periphery in the environment where there's no data, and they drop these drop zones from very high altitude.
At 45,000 feet, they're up there or higher. Let's talk about the prop planes, though, and the C-130 is really the workhorse for the Hurricane Center.
It is. It's the corollary to the NOAA P-3 research plane that goes into the hurricane. This is the C-130, the operational plane that goes into a hurricane at maybe 10,000 feet, but if it's a weaker system like a tropical storm, they might go in about 5,000 feet, and if it's a developing depression looking for that low-level circulation, they'll go in as low as 1,000 feet. The altitude is chosen for safety reasons versus what altitude you need the data at.
That's close, 1,000 feet, close to the ocean surface, but the dropson is really vital in getting the information that they need.
Yeah, it's the same instrument, this dropson, that the G4 jet uses in the environment. The C-130 will drop the eye wall dropsons, and this is the only way you can get at what the wind speeds are way near the ocean surface in the eye of a hurricane, or in the eye wall of a hurricane, and it has GPS receiver on it, which allows you to track the instrument as it falls on the parachute. You're not measuring the winds with an anemometer, you're actually measuring how fast it moves with the wind.
And the parachute is key for it as well.
It is. It has to fall at a certain rate to go slowly enough so that you collect enough data.
It's awesome stuff, and that is the science behind Hurricane Hunters with Dr. Rick Knabb.